They say like my steez.
It's the real Steve.
What the city need to hear, man. For the culture, for the straight up.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Real Steve's Web Show. I'm your host, Dante, and this is Season 3, man. More importantly, this right here is the first piece of apparel we got coming with Season 3. It's called a Kill Mode Gentrification piece, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's fucking around, like they taking over. They coming through our shit like Uma Thurman, and they doing us like we the crazy 88, man. It's crazy. The gentrification here in DC is crazy. But we gonna talk about that on some subsequent episodes. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I'm gonna be cussing like a motherfucker this whole episode because niggas have lost their goddamn minds out here in these streets. I ain't leave the show but for 2.5 months, and niggas is going crazy. Okay, let's get it started. Donald Trump be making me want to slap the shit out of him, Mo. His whole administration, they done pushed some type of policy that pretty much gives the okay for Border Patrol to separate immigrant children from their immigrant parents. They splitting up families at the border. They putting the kids in detention centers, detention camps, and they sending the parents back to the countries and all that. And that's just the worst shit ever. It's videos and audio clips all across the media, kids crying and they so confused and they don't know what's going on. And the person who removed the policy that kept that from happening don't give no fucks. He don't care. White people always talking about the immigrants are coming to America and stealing all their goddamn jobs. And after hearing that repeatedly, like a lot of white people say that seems to be the main thing that people throw out there, is that the immigrants are coming here to America and they're stealing our jobs. So after hearing that repeatedly, I kind of developed my little steez on immigration. I don't know if this is the real steez on immigration, but it's definitely my steez on immigration. If an undocumented immigrant who speaks absolutely no English can make it to your country and develop enough work ethic and develop enough communication skills to the point where he's qualifiable, to the point where he's qualified for a position at the company that you spent 4 years in school to apply to, they deserve it. They deserve that shit. And you need to get your shit together because illegal aliens are coming over from third world countries and they're showing you up. It ain't sweet out here. If someone more qualified than you to get the job, then that means you need to get your shit together. Don't blame the immigrants, because they great. Be great. Motherfucker. You pasty. So that's that, because y'all know I don't do a lot of politics, but I had to get that out the way real quick. We move on now. As soon as I ended season 2, some news broke out about Fabulous and his partner, Emily B. Fabulous and his spouse were caught on camera in a domestic dispute after Emily B called her peoples because Fabulous had a gun in the house and she was scared that he was going to use that joint on her. So what was caught on tape was Fabulous snapping out, cussing her out, telling Emily Peoples, I got a bullet with your name on it. So one thing's for sure, Emily B is definitely living in that house in fear of her life, no matter how hard she's smiling in the pictures with Fabulous. Second of all, then some news surfaces from an interview that Emily did where she reveals to us that her and Fab got into one domestic dispute where he hit her so hard and so much, her teeth were loose. He knocked her fucking teeth, knocked her teeth out. She got a nice grill and her teeth look good right now. You know what I'm saying? Them Jones, you know what I'm saying? But he knocked her teeth out. Like, you a wild nigga, Fab. You don't get a pass for that, Mo. You don't get a pass for that. That's corny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like Nas. Yeah, Nas too. Nas ass is out here. Khalees just recently had an interview where she spoke out, talking about how she had bruises and marks all over her body during the same time that Rihanna and Chris Brown situation was going down, and she didn't know if she should say something about it. And she didn't say anything about it. Nas, you in the same boat as Fab, and y'all two's in the same boat as any other nigga out here that think it's okay to put their hands on females. Like, and niggas, what hurt will be killing me is niggas be in the comment section and talking about, oh man, you don't know what she did to make him do that. Females wild as shit, you don't know what she did. Females be wild and sometimes you gotta... Yo, shut the fuck up, young. It don't matter how wild the bitch was. You don't put your hands on a fucking female, ever. or you a bitch. It's that simple. Like, and we here at the Real Steve's Web Show having the slightest bit of respect for you as a man. If you feel like that's okay, if you feel like it's okay to get down like that, because we don't. We disagree. We think that's bullshit. Like, and it's deeper than fabulous and Nas, because young women are going through domestic abuse issues right now, every day, in your neighborhood, in your apartment complex, at your school, at your job. And the Real Steve's behind it all is this. We have to stop teaching these boys that their manhood comes at the expense of putting a woman in her place or being in control of the relationship and how shit goes. You aren't entitled to another human being. You have no control over what a young woman wants to do with her life and or spend it with. And if you lack the amount of restraint that it takes to be a fucking man, you know what I'm saying? You can't accept the fact that you aren't the best option for her out here. You can't accept the fact that she has the right to pursue happiness in whatever direction she so chooses. And that direction may be in the complete opposite of where you at. And you need to accept that shit. If you go, you know what I mean? If you do anything other than that, if you go physically strike that woman to try to instill some fear or, you know, keep her from being great, verbally abusing her, constantly bashing her flaws, calling her all sorts of types of shit and just talking to her all sorts of types of ways. Like, if you can't channel your emotions properly, if you ain't got a grip on all that, you don't know how to take your L on the chin like real men do. If you gotta physically express your anger, your frustration, or your confusion, or your sorrow, you're fucking retarded. You're missing it. You've been taught wrong, led astray, and you out here doing the wrong shit. Your shit is not together. I don't care who told you it was okay to hit a woman, they asses was wrong. They put this bullshit idea in young men's head out here, and there'd be a lot of these young OG niggas on the block who be kicking this type game, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta put a woman in her place, like, it's complete bullshit, you know? And if someone slapped the shit out your little sister, or your daughter, or your mother, or your niece, if someone slapped the shit out your grandmother, she come in the crib, black eyed, busted lip, you wouldn't been like, you should have stayed in your place, grandma. You know what I'm saying? You know how that shit go. Like, no, you be locked and loaded, ready to go. Like, who the fuck hit grandma? So keep that same energy with every woman everywhere. No woman out here, regardless of her status, deserves anything less than that type of concern. Any woman that gets hit, you should be like, who the fuck swung on grandma? Like, it should fuck you up just like that, like somebody slapped grandma, because no woman, you don't do that. You don't fucking do that. Sometimes females do be wildin'. They be wildin' out, get to swinging and shit. I condone, you know what I'm saying, grabbing the shoulders and giving her the old panning for gold move, you know what I'm saying? But if she's still wildin', sometimes you gotta go in for the bear hug. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But if she's still kicking and screaming off all that, bro, just walk away. Get out of there. Remove yourself from that situation, because she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about how women take advantage of what men are supposed to do on another episode. But right now, I gotta give the fellas hell, because no one gives the fellas hell, and that's what we do here at the Real Steve's Web Show. We give everybody the hell that they deserve. So right now, fellas, yeah, protect women. Protect the women. And if you really want to go there, if you really want the Real Steve's on it, protect the black women. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just keeping it G, man. We got to look out for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The white man not going to come check on that black woman. They see her getting smacked up by a white man or a black man. But we, period, if they look like us, we got to look out for them. And vice versa. And that's how we take care of each other, man. We all we got. We all we got. We can't be smacking the shit out of each other. Like, niggas are really stupid. Women stupid too, but men are fucking stupid. So that's the type of time you want, fellas. You a sucker. And ladies, stay far the away from niggas who be even joke about being on that type time, because love don't feel like dental bills and physical therapy. Alright? Now, moving on. Alright, so in other news, 2 young black men were arrested for not ordering coffee and waiting for a ride. And before I give you the real steers on that bullshit, check out some of these similar headlines that were making the news while I was taking my break from the show. Like, a black Yale student was napping in the common area and someone called the police. 5 black women were told to golf faster, and then the club called the police. A Native American was pulled from a campus tour after a nervous parent called the police. Woman calls the police, saying she saw burglars. They were just black Airbnb guests. Waffle House calls the police on a black woman after she refused to pay for the silverware. Permit Patty just called the police on an 8-year-old girl selling water outside of her house, trying to make some money to go to Disneyland.
She calling police on an 8-year-old little girl. You can hide all you want. The whole world gonna see you, boo.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit?
Like, what's your real fucking issue? And Patty sell weed treats for dogs and was doing so with years, generated about a whole M of profit without the right permits. So like, what the fuck is you doing? Why did you do that? Like, white people, chill the fuck out, Mo. Like, just leave us alone. Like, we really appreciate it if y'all just left us the fuck alone. We don't be bothering y'all. We really just be trying to live and, you know what I'm saying, get our voices heard. But y'all really be fucking bothered by us. Like, leave us the fuck alone, Mo. White people sit in Starbucks for hours, won't order near croissant, you know what I'm saying, and would never have the police called on him. I think it's a combination of two realities. The first one is this. A lot of white Americans feel exclusively superior to us. And if they don't want you in a certain area, if you're making them uncomfortable or nervous or scared, they'll have you removed, and they'll use the white American police to do so. They call the niggas up like it's customer service. They call the police up like something went wrong with the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like they call an Apple Care or some shit. Like they literally use the police like customer service. It's either that and or most white Americans are a bunch of scaredy cat and legitimately feel some sort of threat, or they think that, or they believe that all black people are like naturally loud and violent. They don't want to catch that, they don't want to like say something and catch that.
Excuse me, sir, but do you know that it's against...
Nigga, if you don't leave me the fuck alone, I'll smack the shit out your pasty ass. You know what I'm saying? They don't want none of that. They don't want to catch none of that, and they feel like we all are capable of that. But, you know what I'm saying? We know how to, a lot of us know how to act. But they don't, in their head, we're all naturally violent. We're all immediately going to take it there to that extreme. And they call the police to prevent any direct social interaction or altercation. They just want to stand in the cut and be like, yeah, him over there. You know what I'm saying? Like pussies. And Whitey know that when he called, the police gonna listen to him first. Whitey know that if I call, when they show up, they gonna listen to him first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, despite all these nutty occurrences of white people calling the police on black people, there's one situation where a white woman called the police on a black man. It backfired so good on this white lady. It's still funny to this day. Like, this white lady called the police on a black family and were out in a park where you can cook out at. And her excuse was because
it's illegal to have a charcoal grill in the park here.
No, it says this is a designated barbecue area.
It causes extra money from our city to do things when children get injured because of improper.
Like, what are you talking about? Shut up and leave me alone. Leave us alone. I'm just trying to grill some franks, lady. Hold on. But yeah, like I'm saying, my bottom line is just leave us alone. For real. Leave us the fuck alone before we start calling the police on y'all. Like how my man did Lil Jimmy and them. That they just did.
Here you go. Thank you. Hey, real quick. Y'all little niggas got a permit?
What?
You heard me, Jimmy. I said y'all little niggas got a permit?
Permit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What? Do you have a permit? What? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not.
Shut it down.
Just, you know what I'm saying? We could play that permit stuff too. Don't do it, because I will start calling the police on y'all kids. Y'all keep calling them on ours. In other news, a 29-year-old white man named Travis Rankin. Sound German. Sound like a Nazi. Travis Rankin walked into a Waffle House with an AR-15 and began to shoot the place up. He killed like 4 people and injured many more. The part of the story that didn't make a lot of headlines, another black hero who didn't get any acknowledgement from the president of the United States. 29-year-old black man James Shaw Jr., who tackled and wrestled the gunman, disarmed him of his weapon without killing him, ultimately saving many lives. Like, the real Steve's behind it all. With all these school shootings and mass shootings and the police killing us. A man without any police training can take down an armed mass shooter in a critical situation right then and there when it's going down without using lethal force. He did not kill that man. But plot twist is, it'd be crazy, deranged, mentally ill, you know what I'm saying? Suspect is expected to be armed and dangerous ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But the cops apprehend them, arrest them, put the vest on them, make sure don't nothing else happen to them, get them some burgers and shit before they take them down to the station. Niggas like me and you, I can't even pull my cell phone out too fast in my backyard. Like, I fuck around and get smoked. Minding my business, like, leave us alone, Mo. Leave us the fuck alone. We don't be doing shit. I can't even pull my phone out too fast in my own backyard without catching 20 in the back, you know? And these two funny looking motherfuckers ain't received not near scratch and killed over 50 people together. And I'm not saying that I wanted these two melanin deficient mass shooters to be hurt or shot, but what's becoming more clear is the cops know how to deal with crisis situations. The cops choose when and with who to exercise those skills on. And statistically, people of color haven't been fortunate enough to receive those fine police training tactics when it comes to apprehending them. So fuck 12, they know what they doing. They picking and choosing. All of these situations where the unarmed black man was killed, he didn't have to be. He could have easily been apprehended without lethal force. Because it ain't like the nigga had an AR-15 and was hot and ready after killing a bunch of people already. It ain't like you had to prepare for a situation like that. And if you could tackle a situation like that without putting a scratch on a nigga, you damn sure can make sure that it's my cell phone in my hand and not the Glock. And even if it is the Glock, you know what I'm saying, I can have my Glock out in my backyard. Leave us alone. Damn. Fuck 12. Have a nice day. In other news, Kanye West. We gotta talk about Kanye West, boy. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try to make this quick. Kanye West got on one of the biggest national news platforms in the country and said,
You hear about slavery for 400 years? For 400 years? That sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison. I like the word prison.
Yes. After endorsing the most powerful white nationalist in the country, he used one of the most powerful voices in the black community to embarrass himself and embarrass the integrity of our ancestors. And that's not cool. I'm not okay with that. I didn't like that. My ancestors didn't like that. I felt them not approving of that shit. It was not the right thing to say. Because one, get this going on right here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Slaves got to America in like 1619. Literally, the first recorded slaves got here in 1619. 400 years from 1619 is next year. That's 2019. Actual cotton picking slavery was only 264 years long. But you know black people, you know we like to gas it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we just rounded it up to 3. The number we always used was 3. 300 years of slavery. This nigga Kanye so ignorant, he get up there talking about 4. Your voice is so powerful, we not even fact checking you. We all like, damn, 400 years? And then the opinions start forming off of that, and that wasn't even the case. But your voice is that powerful, yeah. What you say affects minds and creates dialogue and creates mindsets. And you need to be responsible with that platform. Anybody with a platform that big, anybody with any platform needs to be responsible with it. Like, that's the only beef I've had with the situation, is that he was irresponsible with his platform. Disrespecting the integrity of our ancestors, a lot of them who fought through slavery until death. A lot of people was, you know, backing Kanye up like, yeah, man, they did have a choice. Harriet Tubman ain't, you know what I'm saying? Nat Turner, he chose not to. Why all the rest of them, if everybody else would have did it, we would have been done with slavery. Like, we ain't even conquered this life right here. Everybody got slavery figured out though. That hurt your ancestors who fought through slavery, you know what I'm saying? Who decided to stay alive and fight through this shit until the end so that your bloodline could go on ahead. Like, you know what I'm saying? They did that. They made that. They survived and stayed down. You know what I'm saying? No, every slave did not rebel. But a lot of slaves just endured slavery until it was over. We got a lot of ancestors who literally survived it. And you just discredited all that work. You discredited everything. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't just get on here and freestyle anything. Don't just be spatting out incomplete thoughts, because the bottom line is your voice is powerful and it's gonna have some type of impact. It's gonna have some type of influence. So stop talking and think before you talk. Think about what you're about to say. Think about who you represent when you talk and where you say it. Just be responsible with your platform. Like, you know, we all think wild shit. We all got wild thoughts that's hard to articulate. And I understand that with an actual mental health diagnosis, such as bipolar disorder or depression or anxiety, having control over their wild thoughts and those wild feelings are a struggle. And in a lot of cases, impossible to do. And that's why I also want to thank Kanye for openly admitting that he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Like, as I stated earlier, his voice is so powerful, like, he has no idea how much comfort and support he's provided to people just by sharing that, you know what I'm saying, he goes through these things too. For people out here who can't always articulate their thoughts completely and full out. Or in more simpler terms, people who are diagnosed with bipolar disorder but are written off as crazy by their friends and society. You know what I'm saying? You ain't crazy. You a superhero.
Ain't no disability. I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero.
You know what I'm saying? Like, use your platform to do that, yeah? Like, we all gonna listen to this shit. Everybody who said they was canceling you downloaded your album as soon as it dropped and checked it out. Like, you Kanye. You always gonna be Kanye, bro. We always gonna check it out. You there. You always gonna have that influence and that impact. You know what I'm saying? You are the Picasso of our generation, but just act like you already know that. You don't gotta go out here, you know what I'm saying, and endorsing these funny looking ass white people. Looking all funny looking while you doing it. That wasn't the move, yeah? I don't wanna see this shit no more, alright?
Don't say that shit unless you mean it. Don't spit that shit unless shit you spit is a